loves, thanks for returning. I hope this video finds you happy and doing well. As you know by the thumbnail, this video is going to be my recommendations on the Sephora spring event sale. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. All right, so because I kind of have a lot to recommend and I know you all need to move on to the next recommendation video, I'm just going to quickly go through these and just tell you a couple of things that I like about it and why I'm recommending it. The first item that I'm going to start off with is skincare. And I know that you all who watch me on the regular basis already know what I'm going to say, but it's two products actually, and one is by Glow Recipe, and this is it right here. And this is the texture of it right here. So as you can see, it's really thick. So this is a mask that contains retinol in it, and I love using this around 3 to 4 times a week, but I find that it works really good with the Clinique Hydrating Jelly, and this is it right here. So the one with the blue cartridge is going to help you with your skin texture. So I think that these two work really good when trying to address any type of skin texture or rough skin or dullness and things like that. If you have those type of issues, I would recommend using both of these at least 3 to 4 times a week, and my skin absolutely loves it. My skin is on the sensitive side, so I can honestly say that it has never broken me out. Every time I use the mask along with this hydrating jelly, which is for improving your skin texture, in the morning my skin is always soft and supple, and I have been using this going on a year now. I bought this during the last year's Sephora sale around this time, and I've been using it ever since. And the reason that I bought it was to really help with my skin texture along my chin area, and I really think that it has done that. I know that I have on makeup now, but I just recently did a video, a get ready with me video, and if you just want to see how my skin looks without the makeup, you can check that video out. I'll link it down below. But these two are excellent products to use together when you're trying to improve your skin texture. All right, so next I want to talk about foundations, and I actually have two that I want to recommend. The first one being the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. And I actually have a full video on this foundation, and I'll link it up above and down below just in case you want to check it out. This foundation is really good for someone who wants light coverage, who really is trying to get that no makeup look, and that person who just wants a natural look. I did find that with this foundation you don't have to set it. Also, this foundation does have a lot of good ingredients for you if you are concerned about that, because if you're going to use a foundation day in, day out, day in, you really want something that is going to be beneficial to your skin in the long run, and this foundation definitely achieves that. All right, and the next foundation is the Clinique Even Better Refresh foundation, and it comes in a little tube like this. Now I don't have a dedicated video on this particular foundation, but with this one you are going to get more coverage, and in my opinion it can be built up to full coverage. Now if you do have a lot of hyperpigmentation or acne scarring and things like that, you probably will need to conceal that if it depends on how much and how severe it is. But if those aren't major issues for you, this one can be built up to full coverage. Now that's not to say it's going to give you a cakey look. It is very natural looking, very comfortable, and this foundation as well has a lot of good ingredients in it. And if you're looking for a foundation that has those type of things, I would say to really check this one out. All right, so I have a concealer here, and this is a newer concealer. This is by Kosas, and it comes in a little tube like this. And the reason that I like this concealer is because it too has a lot of good ingredients in it. And if you're going to use this concealer in the long run, your skin will totally love you for it. I would say that if you have drier under eyes and you're looking for extra hydration, it's not going to give you full coverage, and it actually plays really well with this foundation, but it's not going to give you a cakey look. It's going to leave your under eye very hydrated. And and I would recommend to setting it very, very, very lightly, because this is a very hydrating concealer, but it is really beautiful. It just kind of helps your under eyes look better, in my opinion, but definitely check this out if those are the things that you're looking for in a concealer. All right, so I have two lip products, and these would be by Huda Beauty, and these are her lippies here. And the formula, the reason that I'm recommending these is because I love the formula. It's a matte creamy formula, and it's really beautiful. It's interesting because it almost gives you like a hydrating feel while still looking matte. Very, very beautiful formula. So if you're in the market for a lippy that kind of meets that description, I would definitely say to check Huda's lipsticks out. All right, and for eyeshadow palettes, I only have one, and that would be the Impulsive eyeshadow palette by Melt, and I love this eyeshadow palette. There was a bit of a learning curve with Melt eyeshadow palettes, and I'm going to get into that in a second, but this palette is so beautiful. Let me just show you. So here are all of the eyeshadows here, and it really is a unique type of palette. As you can see, it kind of has some like steps, but all of the shadows blend very well, and the metallic eyeshadows are very sparkly and pretty, and it's not anything that's just going to really jump out at you. If you're looking for a palette that you can use just on the everyday, I would say try this one. I have it on now, and I feel like that this look is something that is really work appropriate or church appropriate. I really do think that you can achieve just a natural everyday look as well as nighttime looks with this palette. Now, the primer that I am recommending and that I like to use with this palette is the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer, and this is it right here. Now, I do need to tell you that this primer does go on white. Okay, so, and you only need a little bit of it. Now, if you want to use more, you actually can, but it does go on white, so that may, you know, or off-white, so that could be a little bit of a turn-off for some people. But let me tell you, if you have any issues with eyeshadows blending or just kind of applying very pigmented, I would suggest using this primer along with a very soft blending brush. It's got to be a soft one, a really soft one, and use a light hand, and you will be able to blend out like a dream. Love this primer, and this will be on my most frequented purchase makeup products. I can just tell you that now because I absolutely love it. All right, so the next thing that I have is a Laura Mercier Caviar stick, and it's really tiny, but let me just, here it is right here, and this is what it looks like, just so you can see. And here it is swatched. I'm hoping you can see that. So I have this Caviar stick on, and I have it right in there as a inner eye highlight. And let me tell you, once you put this on and you blend it out, it's not going to budge. Okay, so put it on and go ahead and blend it out and let it set, and let me tell you, this is so beautiful, so worth the money. You don't need a lot of it, but it's just a really, really beautiful product. If you're really into inner eye highlights or just doing a one quick look with just a little bit of shine on your lid and maybe a crease color just to deepen up the crease, this would be perfect for that because it's so easy to use and it's just a really beautiful product. All right, so how can I have a recommendations video without having eyelashes to recommend? All right, so these are Huda eyelashes, and these are the Sasha number 11s, and here they are right here. Now, I've worn these and these are beautiful, so I tried to go into my collection and try to find a pair of lashes that really match these Sasha lashes, and I'm wearing them now, so this can kind of give you an idea of how these look on. So if you like that really light, fluttery look, these are the ones for you. Now they are a little bit lighter than what I historically have been drawn to, but either way, if you're looking for a lash that's not going to be too much but just enough, if you're looking for that sexy date night at home with your significant other, you can just wear some fluttery eyelashes like these, and over your candlelight dinner, just kind of bat your eyes. And your significant other will just fall in love with you all over again, just because of your eyelashes. Alright, so next I have two Benefit products, and one is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil and the other one is the Precision My Brow Pencil. And let me tell you, these are some pricey little boogers, and if you're looking for a brow pencil that is going to really give you that snatched, sculpted brow, kind of like the one that I have on now, you really need these. I think that they are absolutely worth the money, and I have to say, I think that a lot of the reason we're paying so much is because of the packaging. Is this not the cutest packaging ever? All right, so that's it. Those are my Sephora recommendations. Let me know, what do you plan on picking up the sale, or if you have any of the things that I talked about in this video. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until my next video, smooches.